Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Night in me. Listen, summer wrapping up. It's that time for fall again. Time for pushing agendas. It's time to grind again. I swear I love my nights like these. Rightfully, the breeze helps me right with ease. Connected to a higher power, this is sight to see. Riding with my niggas, bottles and bitches, that's B&B. These Bristol nights in all black, do-rag under the skull caps. My people off their Henny and Mary, they don't know how to act. The future looking uncertain, and we ain't focused on that. I'm in class, but can't care less about math. Got bigger fish to fry, could give a damn about these crabs. I just wait for the test. Barely studied and passed. Cheated off the girl in front, and Lord knows she got ass. And she can play me all she won't, but she know I'm gon' smash her. My mama's stressing, I know the rent late. My pops a menace at this age, I do not get his rage. Childhood friends pushing dope just to support their ways. Remaining afloat, but it's like I'm sinking in the cave. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Yeah. Nights like these built the night in me. Catch a vibe and you can feel it through your spirit. You're dreaming out loud, but it's like no one wants to hear it. They hating from the sideline, rather see you distracted. Gotta leave them where they stand, or the end results could be tragic. I learned it firsthand on those nights I couldn't get a hand. First to extend mine so I can never understand. Those Bristol nights would turn you to a savage. Best of both worlds is about trying to find the balance. I need a holy key to open doors like I'm Khaled. They overlook my city but always had the most talent. Living off Mickey D's, McChicken with the cheese. No mayo on it, sir, that's really all I need. Pull back up in that parking lot, they brought me up to speed. Conversation filled with laughs, but half don't fuck with me. Quick to call your family soon as money's in your jeans. Family soon as money's in your jeans. And just cause we got something in common, a hustle ain't the same. We're for rats on the counters and candles for days with no powers to pay enough accountants. We still don't trust them, no. Double check the counters. It seems like the bigger the house, the bigger the problems. You could really be here today and then gone tomorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Seems like the bigger the house, the bigger the problem. Yeah, nights like these put the night in me. Yeah, nights like these put the night in me. Yeah, nights like these put the night in me. Feeling like Lil Wayne, 5,000 degrees. Yeah, nights like these put the night in me. Yeah, nights like these put the night in me. Yeah, nights like these put the night in me. Feeling like I'm Lil Wayne, 5,000 degrees. Yeah.
Remember, emotional behavior, physical behavior, activity behavior outside of the norm identifies target.
We're going to have to become like Zen/underground warrior priests and priestesses. It sounds like it. Talk about steady your mind.
Temple scribes, we emanate the inner light. Temple scribes, we demonstrate the second sight. Temple scribes, we the sons in the dead of night. Temple scribes, temple scribes, temple scribes, we emanate the inner light. Temple scribes, we demonstrate the second sight. Temple scribes, we the sons in the dead of night. Temple scribes, temple scribes, we in the age of dark, but the temple got that major spark. Electric laser arc that's razor sharp. Symmetric phrase remark that rip the maze apart. The new name is ours. Today's like the days of Martin. Martyr, there's no stopping once the flames have started. Like what's popping with Moses when the waves be parting. The whores gasped and the hayseed sharded. We drop the Lord's math and the fate get carded. Felt the sword's wrath and then they wait cathartic, saying darn it, those cats are cold like the Antarctic pyramids. The devil's got the metal hearts hardened, here it is. Love's got those nanobots departing. Yo, check the chemtrail and the flame retardant. Your TV, your smartphone, and your supermarket. You're a target, but in the temple we got the righteous garment to slay the Arkin. Brothers and sisters, y'all, word up, it's time to get darkened.
We're going to have to become like Zen/underground warrior priests and priestesses. It sounds like. Talk about steady your mind.
Temple scribes, we emanate the inner light. Temple scribes, we demonstrate the second sight. Temple scribes, we the sons in the dead of night. Temple scribes, temple scribes, temple scribes, we emanate the inner light. Temple scribes, we demonstrate the second sight. Temple scribes, we the sons in the dead of night. Temple scribes, temple scribes.
My scribe moves quick with the sharpness of katana, getting tribal in the whip when I smell the marijuana. My brother need a lift, I scoop him up with gonnas, roll the windows up, hot boxing like a sauna. J5MD, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I ain't seen a real cloud the whole fucking summer. Regrow the movement underground, study like an apostle, but who's really ready to live out this gospel of hip-hop and our culture preservation? The leaf of the herb is for the healing of the nation. My cord is golden hemp, transcribe the sacred text, cause my own event like Mandela in effect. I'm a glitch in the matrix, the word from my tone. It's hard to live a lie once the truth has been shown. Wherever I roam, I wield a mighty tool, and so I live my life by the platinum rule.
We're going to have to become like Zen / underground warrior priests and priestesses. It sounds like. Talk about steady your mind.
Temple scribes, we emanate the inner light. Temple scribes, we demonstrate the second sight. Temple scribes, we the sons in the dead of night. Temple scribes, temple scribes, temple scribes, we emanate the inner light. Temple scribes, we demonstrate the second sight. Temple scribes, we the sons in the dead of night. Temple scribes, temple scribes, temple scribes, temple scribes, temple scribes. Temple scribes.
Hey yo, siema, tutaj Baku Mide Lifted. Pozdrawiam mego brata, Ministers in a row from the temple of hip-hop. Słuchacie teraz nowy album, Word from the Tone. Check it out, yo, sprawdźcie to. Mam jeden przekaz, łączmy nasze siły po całym świecie. Kultura hip-hopowa to jest nasza okazja, żebyśmy zmienili świat. Wiecie o co B, PKJ, Baku Mide synu TRT, Toronto, pozdro, Elo, one.
Yeah. What we about to do right now, Temple of Hip Hop, let's go, is introduce you. Come on, listen, yo, time's up. It's time to make your mind up. Enough dumbing down, it's time to wise up. We wind up, wipe out, strike out their whole line up. These stables ain't stable, they gon' choke in our clutch. See, versus us, the spread is astronomical. The outcome when it's said and done is quite comical. They'll never balance with us, it won't even. They got a whole bunch of lines, but rhyme for no reason. You can try to play it off, but this ain't your season. The Temple of God is back and you leaving. Blaming on the TJ, he been telling y'all for decades. Act like you don't know, but you know. Time to relocate, the sun is about to burn you. You can't block it, the gospel has been published. You can't stop it, irrelevant to now. You are so off topic, out of here with that nonsense. Your thoughts are all toxic. This ain't about money, this about your life. Have you got that sound? Do you carry that light? If you ain't breaking it down, why'd you grab that mic? You know what hip-hop is, you ain't guarding it right. You and I know God gave you life. Put purpose in your being, inspired you to write.
Yeah. Right, my light on as I write fire. No bill, just infinite zeal from my higher self. But while y'all puffin' on steam just to die on, I flow dreams and walk through the words of my dialogue. And y'all are lost, wandering dead flossing. God calling y'all, light breaking through orbits. Spheres of clarity, mind state focused. Rhyme states more to a high space aware and tranquility. My nigga, evolution ain't always physical. Can't you see? And if you don't evolve, you just stuck with stupid and hella weak. The stronger victory, mentally fit individually together can never be severed, cause heaven is meant to be here on earth. It's reality, broadcasted and mastered by those who see. Smarten up, my nigga, don't deny your life. What the hell makes you ashamed to walk with God's light?
This ain't about money, this about your life. Have you got that sound? Do you carry that light? If you ain't breaking it down, why'd you grab that mic? You know what hip-hop is, you ain't guarding it right. You and I know God gave you life. Put purpose in your being, inspired you to write. know and understand that was a Christ in the flesh. He came preaching peace, so they put him to death, knowing the consequences. He gave his last breath. Intimate with God, such a void he left. He tried to reassure we don't walk alone. He said, God is with me, hear my groans. Never postpone the coming of God's own. The dream of prophecy from the foot of the throne. He knew the main offenders was oppressing with poverty. Studied scripture and philosophy, like how could this possibly? Took it upon himself to be that self-sacrifice. How sad for his loved ones, only lived half his life. Peace to the earth was his sole mission. Came to a land that was out of control, wishing. Do you know how many people were praying for his arrival? The King of Love died for your very survival. They ask, when will be satisfied? The humble King replied, we will never be satisfied as long as we are the victims of such attack. Civil disobedience, a weapon of the ages. Terrorized the nation, barely made the front pages. But the doctor came to heal the most and need patience. Hate was ever lingering from back in the slave days. Wake up to see all the hangings at daybreak. Hear about the drowning found dead down in Swan Lake. Said they was walking alone and that's the wrong way. Tried to shortcut but they should've took the long way. The house of God bombed, houses burned down. Babies inside, nobody home out. They was having choir practice, it happened so quick. All they heard was bang and the smoke was so thick you could hear them screaming. It was horrible to see. No fire trucks coming, forget about police. They called Martin, he came like the ambulance. He would never stop, always last man standing in. They asked, when will we satisfied? The humble King replied, we will never be satisfied as long as we are the victims of such attack. Yeah, you know what the King would say. What he say, Lord? Wear your hoodie all day. Keep your hoodie on, never take your hoodie off. Keep your hoodie on, never take your hoodie off. Hip hop, don't stop until we get peace. Hip hop, don't stop. Peace. Hip hop, don't stop until we get peace. Hip hop, don't stop. Peace. You know what the King would say. What he say, Lord? Wear your hoodie all day. Keep your hoodie on, never take your hoodie off. Keep your hoodie on, never take your hoodie off. Hip hop, don't stop until we get peace. Hip hop, don't stop. Peace. Hip hop, don't stop until we get peace. Hip hop, don't stop. Peace. They ask, when will we be satisfied? The humble King replied, we will never be satisfied as long as we are the victims of such attack.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We have gone to the mountaintop. I'm gonna try to let me see if I can level this up a little bit. See what it is. See what it do. What it do. What it do. What it do. That is not apparently the right one. So let's try this. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. No. I guess the best thing to do is turn everything. Hey, I found it. Here we go. All right. So yes. Okay. Hopefully that is a better volume. Had a couple of complaints. It sounds great on my phone. So, and not that the phone should be, I guess, a standard of listening. But I know many people are tuned in on their phones. So, hopefully, I know my G was saying that going from the music to the words and whatnot, it was blasting them out, and I apologize for that. But at the same time, even on a computer, I mean, like when I play back through the computer, it still sounds fine too. So I'm not sure necessarily what's going on. And I don't want to say, so if you can get to a phone, my G. It sounds great. But obviously we'll get better as time goes on. But so such is why I did the little mic check first, just to make sure. And I was running a little late. I apologize for that as well. Normally, without a doubt, we get in at 9 o'clock. I think I was a couple minutes late. But I have a special guest over. My daughter's over, so I had to make sure everything was all right and all that. And I was rushing, trying to make it all happen. And so, either way you put it, we are here. I'd like to shout out to everybody who's taken SUNONE's Temple of Hip Hop Divine Performance Challenge. The TDPC of this piece. That's what I saw the other day. The fact that you can spell it out like, that could be the acronym for the Temple Divine Performance Challenge. So the TDPC is going in live and direct. And what's also dope about this is, which was totally not planned or thought of in trying to organize this, but the meditation falls on the first day. It's going to fall on the 8th day, I want to say. Is that right? I might be wrong about that, but either way, we get 3 times within this 21 days the meditation will be here. So your boy is doing it right here live with you. So that's dope if those who are doing it can tune in if they have the time. I know on the East Coast, a lot of people may be breaking their physical fast if they chose to do the physical fast and whatnot. But either way, it's a good day. It was a beautiful day. Sun was shining, which I can't play because Facebook police, but whatever. But it really felt good, and what was so funny is the wonder, and I'm sure others that are doing it too are wondering too, like, who else is doing it? Who else has just decided not to do it? Which it ain't nothing wrong with that. This is not something that is mandatory. But as I began my reading today, peace to the God he manifests. Yeah. As I began reading, and I would love to read it, but we're advised not to really give out our secrets so much like that. I will read a couple of paragraphs out of the first divine performance, but I mean, whichever day it falls on, I'll skip to that one. So you can't just get it all. You can get a portion or whatnot, but that's about it. So essentially, but I wanted to go back to right before Perform God number 1. This is what killed me, because this is what it is. I was trying to explain this last night on the conference, and if anybody missed that last night, it was open to the public. It was a special conference thrown by Minister Zenaru, in which he read a new covenant or a portion of it, and we had a discussion afterwards, which was really dope. But essentially what I was trying to say, it's actually explained right here in paragraph 16 on page 148, where it says, each performance is literally a preformed dance or a preformance, an action that creates and forms life's circumstances. That's what the divine performance is. That's, I mean, you know what divine means, but the performance of it, what does that do? And what it does is it creates and forms life's circumstances. Just like essentially anything that you do is creating and forming your life circumstances. And this is what everybody needs to understand. It's like when I gave the example, excuse me, when I gave the example of a lady with her kids in a grocery store, and you could see on her face how mad she is. You could just feel her vibe and see how upset that she is, maybe at something very, very little. Those little things, those reactions to life, snowball effect and create new life circumstances and situations. And this is essentially what we need to understand. Now, when you activate and put in the divine performances into action, verse opposition, verse or other life circumstances that are contrary to the divine performances, yet you remain in your divine performance during such occurrence, it is going to create better life circumstances to come. It's like you could say it's like a test, passing those tests as they come along and whatnot or whatever, just to intellectualize it for your mind. But this is what is real, and this is what we know to be very real. But in doing the divine performance, it's, to me, I think it's I got words being made up in my mind right now. It's specialer or more special, I'd say, and I'm going out on a limb here. Here we go, Sun One giving his opinion right now. But it's more special to God doing the divine performance, because essentially, in a sense, what you're saying is, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice my ignorance. Woo! Woo! Yeah, I said it, and that's what it is. That's crazy. We're essentially saying, I'm willing to sacrifice my ignorance. I'm putting that on. That's going on the board. And I'm actually bring the board down. See, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to show the mess that's behind the board. But I got to figure out some way when I clean all that up, I'm going to start taking the board down, because I know I can write better than the way I write on this bad boy. It's horrendous. But either way, oh, you didn't know your boy could write like that. No, I'm playing. That's still messy, but but it's better than before. So, okay, so what we're doing to start is essentially we're sacrificing our ignorance. And I underline ignore, because to me, Sun One's definition of ignorance is ignoring the presence of God. To me, that's what ignorance is. Synonymic. Here we go. Synonymic definition That's a Sun One exclusive. Patented. You can't use it. Synonymic. That's some new shit for you. Who else we got? Pascal in the building. Right, no doubt. Okay, so otherwise so the fact that if ever we ignore God's presence, that is technically, in a sense, a purposeful act. People would like to say that no, it's not. I would never do that. No, yes, we all do, or should I say, we all have at some point in our life when we want to do what we want to do, and we know it's contrary to what we feel is worthy of the presence of God. We pretend like God ain't there in order that we may do what we do, so that we can feel comfortable while doing what we want to do. Let's put it out there. It is what it is. Be ashamed of it. It just is what it is. So, essentially, okay. So we've established that. Such is why, in my opinion, God views the divine performance as something special, because you're making a commitment. You're making a commitment to God, and you're making a commitment to yourself that I am going to, in some shape, form, or fashion, make myself better. I got 21 days to create new habits and eliminate other habits that I feel are in contrary to my higher self and my being. So this is what we're doing. And to me, whenever you, I mean, of course, yes, it should be, it shouldn't stop, essentially. But I'll tell you this, by doing the divine performance, by doing the 21 days, I could swear to you, the last time that I did the divine performance on a 21-day concentrated effort was October 1st to October 21st. Or no, October 22nd. No, October 21st. Well, to that day, yes. So, from October 22nd to December 31st, time has never gone so fast. That 21 days took forever. Or it didn't take forever, but time slowed down. So that is really another benefit that I wanted to point out of doing the divine performance. Time doesn't fly so much. And you'll see that, especially if you do something as in doing a physical fast from food during the day. Time does not fly. Time goes slow. And that is a good thing. Where a day actually feels like a day. It doesn't feel like there's not enough time in that day. You want that time to do things. And you may find yourself doing nothing but letting those minutes inch and inch and inch and inch. But trust me, that's a blessing, and that is something that you definitely will or should learn to appreciate, because time is it's wild. It's wild. It really all ends up becoming your own perception as to how fast it's moving, how fast it's not. But that's what it is. And let me actually continue with that because I just thought about it. I was like, yo, there's more. All right, so it says, all right, so we'll go with an action that creates, informs life's circumstances. Therefore, attuned hip-hoppers align their performances. So they align their actions that create, informs life circumstances to God's performance, remaining protected, prosperous, and at peace, in harmony with the will of God in their lives continuously. So this is the point. This is what I'm saying. This is to get it, to have it everlasting. It shouldn't come in and out in spurts. This is what I'm saying. You can really tell in who is on their divine performance without a doubt, because it's continuous. You remain protected. The protection does not leave you when you're on your divine performance. And if so, then that's your measuring stick. If something goes wrong or something happens and you think you're on point, that should bring you back down to earth, unfortunately, and let you know that, listen, you're on earth when you could be in the heavens. So it's time to ascend again and get up there and get your life in order. This is the way to get your life in order without doing essentially what's normally thought of that you need to do. This is where, tying it all in, this is where the work gets done effortlessly. The work gets done effortlessly when you're dealing in the spiritual realm. And this is what I'm not sure if this is what confuses people, or maybe it's just because they're not operating there. But that's what you are. Above all else, you are a spirit being. So to not access the spirit realm and to not utilize that is like a person that goes and takes a driver's license test and then never drives a car ever in their life, but keeps taking the test. They keep taking the test, never get a car, never drive a car, never ask to use anybody's car. And when somebody asks them to drive, they say no. That's what that is. You're not utilizing something that's very vital to who you are. And why? Because, just like the teacher said, you believe you are fingers, hands, and toes, and not God. So it's really your own belief or it's your own perception of yourself that you really should change. Because this discussion would not be happening. And this is not the only one. It's going on all over the world. This is the one thing people cannot let go of. It'll never be let go of. Because they know something's there. There are certain people that have done it. Certain people that have felt it. Certain people that are living it. For it to ever go away. It will never die. God will be here forever. And so will you. But how many times do you have to keep making yourself into a physical being in order to really understand that this is just an experience that you're doing in order to understand your spiritual being. Everything is pointing to it. Deja vu, the dreams of the future, synchronicity of you saying something, TV saying the same thing, radio saying the same thing, or conversations you just had with your homeboys coming up, or with your moms that you was trying to break down and stuff, comes right back out. spits right at you, right back at you. How can you not? How could you disagree with the fact that, or try to deny the fact that the universe is interacting with you on some trying to say, hey, yo, I'm here with you too, G, yo. And if you think this is crazy, if you think what you just, like, yo, whoa, that's crazy, that's nuts, they said what I said to the T. And then, yo, that's crazy, they said what I said to the T. Oh, shit. It's really trying to get you to notice and be like, listen, there's more. That's the small part. Just give me some pace, pay a little attention, take some time, go within yourself. And that's what people have to understand. Teacher's trying to teach that. He's like, as far as the dimensions go, and nobody concentrating on the in and out. And you really don't have an idea of what you can put out until you go within. And really going within is also going to be your own perception. It's not, there's no right way to do it. Somebody was asking me, in which way do you meditate? I meditate the way that's best for me. I do it with my eyes open. I do it with it closed for a portion, and then I do it with my eyes open for another portion. But you gotta listen to that voice inside of you. There's no wrong way. You're already there. You've made the effort to be there to even start. That's key right there. That's gonna take you right there. So there isn't no right way to try to advance in levels or stages, as this puts. And that's the other. See, that's what I'm saying. This is divine performance as well. Okay, yeah. Let me actually continue. For when God's personality is a habit in your life. So God's personality. So this is essentially, that is what the divine performance is. It is the personality of God. And then I know somebody, well, God is not a person. Stop. You playing with words there. It's the personality, or the God-anality, if you wanna take it there. But essentially, the divine performances are how God operates, God's personality. So, when you take that on and make it a habit in your life, victory over the streets is inevitable and constant. So again, it's going to happen, and then you're going to fade back, and then you get up and try to do it again, and then you fade back necessarily. It should be constant. It should not stop. So once it gets rolling, it should be on and popping, unless once it gets rolling, you in turn decide, okay, word, that's cool, I'm good. And then go right back to the way you were before. It's got to cut off right there. Easy, quick, like everything. Like here's the crazy. Here's what's crazy. Like, it'll be like, okay, like let's just say circumstances are as follows in your life, or in somebody's life. They got no job. Their car is broke. Lights are about to get shut off. Okay, so we'll just take that because that's enough. That's wild right there. Okay, so bam. So start doing the divine performance. Gets to like the 10th day. 10th day, somebody's calling up on the phone. Yo, what's up, my G? Yo, I got, dude that I work for. He's got his own company and da-da-da-da. You should come on through. He needs one more person. He just needs one more person. I told him you, and he said, you can have it if you want it. I told him all about your circumstances. Told him you really need it right now. Lights is getting shut off. You can come to work ASAP. He'll even give you an advance for the first week. You start on Monday. Okay? Now, mind you, this is Friday. This is Friday. So, okay, so bam, all of a sudden, job and lights taken care of in one swoop. What else did I say is wrong? Something else is wrong. I can't remember. Hold on, help me out. Hey, Manifest. What else happened? Okay, so the lights, the house. Oh, car broke down. So, okay, no, actually, you know what? Comes all in one package. And dude's like, and either you can get a company car or no, let's not do the company car. Let's do, he knows another dude that can fix your car and will fix it for beer. Okay? So all you gotta do is go get a 6-pack. He'll come by, fix your car, good to go. Beer. That's it. 6-pack, $10. That's all you gotta do, right? And he'll come over Sunday. All right? So this is Friday. Start the job on Monday. Car gets fixed on Sunday. And you get the advance on Monday. All the above. Right? So bam. So you stop. So you like, yo, this shit is crazy. All this shit came at one time. Yo, this shit is dope. This shit is hot. So you celebrate it. So you celebrate it like a madman. Like, yo, this is crazy. I'm all set. Everything changed. Yo, divine performance is crazy. Thanks a lot. And so 21 days, you like, 10 was great. 10 was dope. 10 was hot. We good. So you stop. So Saturday rolls by. Sunday comes. And you really off. You haven't, or you were doing a fast every day, all day before. Sunday comes, you got your eggs and your bacon and everything, having morning breakfast and da da da. You go watch a football game later on. My dude is fixing your car or whatnot, da da da. You even got yourself a 6-pack. You chilling, right? Tell your girl, baby, don't you worry about it. It's all taken care of. I was doing my divine performance. I tried to tell you, right? So all right. So you reach to the afternoon. Now all of a sudden, off of the divine performance. Dude can't make it. No excuses, no nothing. Just can't make it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. So, car's not fixed. Then all of a sudden, and God forbid this happen. Then all of a sudden, dude calls you up. It's like, yo, dude got into an accident. And he's in the emergency room right now. I don't know what's gonna happen, and nobody can work without him. He's the one. He's got everything. So I don't know what's going on. So obviously tomorrow is not going down. So immediately Everything that was great 3 days ago, you was celebrating. On Friday, you was like, yo, this shit is crazy, this shit is wild, this shit is great. And the second you show your hand in a different form, everything can crumble. Everything in the craziest ways. Trust me. I've done the celebrating. I've done this. This is why I'm trying to tell you, everything within a very short period of time can come crumbling down, without a doubt. On some, you're trying to do this, but to me, it's God's way of trying to show you again. Just trying to show you, like, look, this is serious. It's not just a one-time thing, and God is depending on you to get better. That's another thing that we don't take into an account, is that we're doing it for us in our mind. When God is like, do it for me too. or yes, do it for you, or I'll bless you, but do this for me, and keep it going. It shouldn't just be 21 days. This can't be like just a one-day service where you get holy for that one day, and then after that, the other 6 days out the week, you're whatever. But for those couple of hours in a temple, you making up stuff or perpetrating. This is the whole thing. That to me, in my opinion, is what God is tired of. God's tired of that type of system, that type of being. And not everybody's doing it. Listen, understand this. There are Christians who are on their shit. Believe that. Without a doubt, they live it to the fullest, to the best way possible that they ever could be and are. And, I mean, listen. I got a cousin, and I got to shout her out. It's so funny. She always calls me her favorite cousin. My cousin, Virginia, she actually just got her, she became a minister recently. She is the Christian, without a doubt, the most sweetest, humblest, loving lady you have ever met. I am telling you, she will melt your heart. I mean, just to hear her talk, I'm telling you, there's something there. There is a vibrancy off of her that you have not. You trust me, you've only experienced it from somebody maybe like the teacher or Minister Simone, to that high frequency. That's exactly what it is. Like, she's giving off that light. She is the light walking on the earth, without a doubt. I'm trying to tell you. But so either way, there are people who study Islam, some that are on their shit, walking the light. There are those in the nations of the gods and earths that are on their shit, walking the light. Moors that are on their shit, walking the light. Buddhists that are on their shit, walking the light. Listen, understand that. And of course it would be great if we could figure it all out, as those of us who have done certain researches that others haven't, in order to put certain things together. But no one understands that would not change these people. It would not change them. They would still believe in God no matter what. Why? And because the reason they're walking in the light now is because they've experienced the light for real. And so such is why. But it didn't come from what they read or it didn't come from those specific words. It's not the religion changing them. In a sense, this is hard to explain. Coming out my brain, I'm trying to put it together as best as I can, but it's not the specific scriptures. It more of is the application of the values and the principles of those scriptures, which also, before the scriptures, really technically had to be a part of them already, in somewhat as a choice to take, to choose, to be like this in a certain fashion or not. Everybody has a choice of whether to be mean or nice, angry or happy. These are choices that we're making. And we know it. We know it. And if we would say otherwise, oh, I can't help myself. Boom. Wrong. You're trying to fabricate ignorance as an excuse for the choice that you made in your mind that you don't think anyone else can hear. Oh, this is crazy. That's what's crazy. So, listen, it's real in the field right now. So sacrificing our ignorance for God in order that we essentially can eliminate the habit of this. Woo! There we go. Ignorance is a habit. And if we can eliminate that, then we can start perfecting ourselves. That's when we can start activating God's personality through us, of us. All right, let me continue. Okay. So, for when God's personality is a habit in your life, victory over the streets is inevitable and constant. And when God is enough for you, peace shall always be with you. This performance ensures one's longevity as an MC, DJ, graffiti writer, etc. Okay, so what do you mean, Teach? How is it that this performance ensures one's longevity as an MC, DJ, and graffiti writer, etc.? Essentially, the elements of hip-hop. How? When, sentence before, and when God is enough for you, peace shall always be with you. My interpretation as to why it says that is because, for one, when God is enough for you, peace shall always be with you. So, the world doesn't stop being the world because you decided to stop being a part of it. So, everything is still going to come at you. as far as more of other people's problems, other people's insecurities, other people's faults. All those come at you on some, normally from family members, friends, those that are close to you. It's still, you're going to be like, well, I'm in peace. Why is everybody bugging out? Why is everybody bugging out? And bugging out to me. Like, leave me alone. I'm good right now. I feel great. Every time you come to me, I don't feel as great as I felt the second you move away and stop. I feel great again. So why is that? Why is this still happening if I'm on my divine performance? Because the world doesn't stop being the world. But if God is enough for you, so if being the personality of God as well as God is enough for you, when these things do come at you, you know what it is. You already know what it is. So you can still be focused and remain at peace. Or you should be able to. Knowing what it is. And be able to essentially just give the best advice that you can. Give the best help possible that you can, that you think is appropriate for whatever situation. So, continuing the performance, this performance ensures one's longevity as an MC. Okay. So now, being in the personality of God, living that on a constant, knowing in your mind, what would Jesus do? What would God do in certain situations, especially being an MC or a DJ or a graffiti writer or a beatboxer or any of the other elements? Temptation is coming, especially if you rise to a level of success in this. And so, of course, I mean, all you have to do is look at our pioneers, look at our legends, look at those that are just here now, and you can see what can happen to you. You can have nervous breakdowns, go nuts. You can overdose quick. You can catch a sexual disease that will take your life. You can get shot up. All of these things and situations and whatnot is a possibility when essentially when you're not, if you haven't aligned your performances to God's performance and remaining protected. So you need that type of protection, or you want that type of protection. It's like you got to understand, you got to really visualize that life. To and this isn't to discourage anybody from wanting to be a professional hip hop artist, in a sense. You got to visualize what that's like. Imagine every night you're supposed to be, because of whatever image is put up about you, you're supposed to be in that VIP. And you're supposed to be popping bottles And you're supposed to be putting on the perception of, I got it all, and I don't need anything else. I got everything. I can buy anything I want, and this, that, in the world. This, that, and the third. This, that, in the world. That's hot. So you're supposed to be portraying this image on some, you on contract to do this. You don't even have all that. That's the wild shit. But then you got people looking at you like you got all that. As he said, they looking at you and they want what you got. Straight up and down. So you got to understand that's something that you're going to have to deal with. Cats talking shit about you no matter who you are, what you say you do. Always somebody out there scheming. I had somebody scheming on. I remember I was filming my boy. I went with him so that he could go do this show real quick, and I'm filming them, and they scheming. They follow me. They follow me. Or some trying to get my video camera. She was wild. She was real, but I was protected. I forget how they ended up not whatever, but and I even offered somebody else a ride. I gave somebody else a ride home. Also, yeah, I'll take you home, and they did not live in the nicest parts of the world, so to speak. But either way, I was like, hey, come on. And he knew. He's like, oh shit. And I was just like, hey, don't worry about it. I bet y'all won't stop this piece. Like, I had it in my mind, but either way, something. I think the boys came out of nowhere, and anybody trying to do something wrong when the boys show up kind of deters them away, or I even think they might even got pulled over or something crazy. But either way, this is what I'm saying. This is out here. This is the world. This is real life. Like, you got to understand, every night, and then every night of getting drunk, your liver, son, your liver, your bodily parts, you have to worry about in this lifestyle. And when you take, if your lifestyle was like this, if it was the divine performance, you'd do all right. You'd actually clean up something heavy. Because you ain't spending, you don't even need half of that shit. Do like ToHH. ToHH need Fiji water, son. Cheers. That's what's going down in his joint. Out big ass bottles of Hennessy and whatnot, and whatever. I mean, come on. You gotta worry. You want to live, to enjoy life. But I went off on that because I was thinking about it hard, and just to know that, to reassure myself, like, you don't want that life. You really don't. Some do, or some think they do, but trust me, that's a heavy, hard life. That's a fast life. That's the years go by and you don't know what happened. Like, years is just gone. And on some, oh shit, yeah, I was killing it, and I know I was rocking it. I got to see video of it. God damn, I don't remember that. I don't remember that night. I don't even remember doing it. I was killing it though. Shit was hot. You have all that, but you don't, the shit goes, and then you looking all crazy old in the face, and body don't work like it used to no more and stuff, because you wasn't putting no nutrients into it. You wasn't taking time to meditate, say your affirmations, or send any prayers out into the atmosphere. Nothing, none of that soul work, none of that spiritual tapping into, nothing. Just straight world. The world will run you ragged, without a doubt, tear you down quick. Quick. For those who down with Harlem Nights, come on, Shane, that's where we now. All right. Okay, so we're gonna skip. I was gonna read into. Do I want to read into this? Rap fans focus. Okay, actually, yeah. Come on, because this is where it's going. Rap fans are trapped in the lure of lyrical freestyling, while attuned hip hoppers enjoy a life that is free. So right there, you see how simply not even the rapper, but the rap fan, just on some I want to enjoy this, is trapped in the lure of lyrical freestyling. So otherwise, freestyling, lyrical pictures, lyrical music, lyrical songs and stuff. Otherwise, of a person that's odds 10 to 1 not living that, because if they are, they don't last long living that, and they out quick. But so a rap fan is being suckered in to, you already know what they're describing. That's all they're what I just talked about, of which you are essentially in danger of putting yourself in if you would ever decide that that's the type of lifestyle you want to lead. The rap fan is suckered into that. Like, come on, you got to come to this club. You got to come. Pop bottles, VIP, get drunk, get girls, do whatever you want to them. Don't worry about, you already know, man. Come on, this cycle, system, all that. All right, so rap fans focus only upon sales and the performances of the marketplace, while attuned hip hoppers focus upon the performance of their God and receive all things freely. So now back to the example of the homeboy. 10 days strong. Everything all of a sudden came freely. But then you see the switch of personalities. He went from God personality for 10 days to then he thought everything was straight. So let's go back to world personality. And the second world personality comes through. Here comes the tsunami. Taking everything that was just free 2 seconds ago, cost everything. All right. To perform correctly is to live and act totally aware of your life and actions. So otherwise, excuse me, you're no longer pretending this, because because this is saying to perform correctly is to live and act totally aware. So not living and acting totally ignorant. You're living and acting aware. Aware is the direct opposite of ignorance. I'm sure we all understand that. There's no need to write that up there. Okay. So it says the arena is your environment. So at all times, essentially, you're performing. This is the best way to look at it in order, or for the hip hopper, because this is what you want to do. This is what, or that you claim to be. Especially, you're a performer. So how about divinely performing? This is a way to relate it for us in a language that we can understand, so that we can look at, okay, well, wait a minute. So I do this normally. What I want to do is be in an arena or some type of club or some place with a stage and performing. So there are two ways of performing. There's performing consciously and there's performing unconsciously. And I'd also go as far as to say there's performing unconsciously conscious. Hey, that's when the autopilot kicks in. We'll get it. That's a much later lesson. But okay. The stage represents your level of mentality, and the audience is the world. So you have to know and understand the world is watching you, and those in the world is watching you, and essentially you can be the example that gets someone else to get out of the world because they're watching you. They're like, well, wait a minute, I seen dude did it. And all he kept talking about was this divine performance. What is this divine performance he keeps saying? He keep talking about it. You keep doing it in I look at him. Look at what's going down. Or don't look at him. That's another point. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes people don't want to look because then they can't do this no more. They can't do this no more. Ooh, the ignorance is crazy. Ignorance is wild. Or the it's not even real. Ignorance is like time. Ignorance is like time. It's not real. It's a fabrication. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. It's not real. It's something literally, like I said earlier, somebody telling themselves that in themselves so that they can feel more comfortable about the way that they act outwardly. Crazy. All right. So the show is an act of one or more divine performances. Therefore, give a good show. As we perform throughout life, we should be drawing the applause of God. Hip-hoppers are advised to perform the following. All right, so then it goes into the divine performances, and now I want to talk about that specific line because that's real. That's where we were talking about the universe interacting with you earlier, drawing the applause of God. Literally, you'll start hearing applauses in the universe, whether it's coming off of the TV, whether it's coming off of the radio, whether you just walking by places and people are clapping. I went to a this is crazy. We was late. We was going to a Christmas Eve gathering. We was dumb late. And walked in the door and everybody started clapping. I was drawing the applause of God, and nobody normally would ever see it that way. Nobody would think about it that way. And but of course, I'm walking in. I'm like, "Word, what up now? Yeah, ready to bug out and whatnot." But it's real. It's so real. Like it happens. Trust me, it happens. But to me, it's real dope when you can notice a thought, or you're having a certain thought. You're building essentially by yourself, and you're doing this, and all of a sudden clapping out of nowhere, and then that scripture comes out to you in your mind. All of a sudden, drawing the applause of God. That's right. Yeah, come on, Shane. That's right. That's right. Hey, listen, it's happening right now. You're drawing the applause of God. I don't know why, but I'm clapping for you. What's up? Come on. Let's see, who else wanted to check in? Hey, Lifted. What's going on, G? But all right, hold on. Let me see, because I don't want to go over time. We still good. We going hard right now. Hard body. Yeah, I need to play Make It Clap. Nah, that's that world shit right there. That's the wrong clap, my G. That is the wrong clap. All right. Oh, that's dope. All right, so like I said, I'm only gonna read just first couple of paragraphs. I'm not going to go into the whole thing because I just don't believe in putting it all out there like that. But I just want to show anybody that who may catch this in the future, because that's when most of the views are. Last joint got, which I humbly thank everybody, especially those that shared this, that we got 331 views at least, or at least 300. I don't know if it's 331, but 300 views on the last show, and the last show was on Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. So that's crazy, and very, very dope, very humbling. And I thank all of you, because I know without you guys it wouldn't happen, plain and simple. So, but all right. Page 148, perform God. Act consciously with the intelligence force that guides your life. Make the decision to finally acknowledge and expect God's actual presence. Turn your conscious attention away from the reality of the material world as valuable, and turn your conscious attention toward the value of God above all else in and as your life. I'm going to say that one more time. Turn your conscious attention away from the reality of the material world as valuable, and turn your conscious attention toward the value of God above all else in and as your life. All right, so let's concentrate real quick. The reality of the material world as valuable. Okay, so essentially you have to discern within yourself what is worldly material, and really how much value you put into it. Now, this is saying just get rid of it. It's not valuable. It's like, okay, take this board. A board, for example. Board costs maybe $30, $40. The store put a value on this. I paid for it. Not because I believed the value that they were selling it for. I paid for it because I felt I just needed it. But essentially, this could break today and I would not care. Understand that. This really, all this could break today. And I might end up doing a show next week to tell you it happened. That'll be fucked up. But for real, it could happen. It doesn't mean that much to me. I've lost when I went through this when I was actually around the first time I met Teach. It is so funny because I ain't ashamed to say I lost maybe about 1,000 beats. 1,000 that I had made since I was dumb young. 1,000, all original, no samples. 1,000. 1000. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. I need that. 1,000. And so I called up Teach. I'm crying on the phone. Like, yo, Teach, I lost all my beats, son. You don't even need to call me no more. I ain't got no beats for you, son. Yo, da. Call me back. Yo, are you okay? Are you okay? Fuck the beats. Are you okay? Like, yeah. And I had to think about it. Because obviously talking to the teacher made me feel better, period. But even still, it was like, dude, make some more beats. So what? You're still you. You're the one that made the beat. The beat didn't make you. You made the beat. Do it again. So otherwise, if this breaks, go buy another one. is actually, to me, I mean, in our opinion, or my opinion, all of this ain't worth shit, really, compared to you. To you yourself. So me, I'm the value. I'm the valuable thing. Not something else. My daughter is the valuable thing. Not what... Not a car. My girlfriend is the valuable thing. Her life, her breath, her being. That's what's of value. And you know what? And that's what makes me look at people real weird with the little shit. Being mad at little shit. And I always felt that way. I was like, yo, all this material shit don't matter like that. Like the Xbox and the PlayStation and all that, TV and whatnot, that shit don't matter. I was in the movie theater with my daughter, and I remember telling her, you know what's the most important thing right now? She's like, what? I was like, that you and I are together. Not that we're here in this movie theater. Not that we got this popcorn. Not that we're about to be visually stimulated and watch something that we'll both enjoy. But the fact that we are in the presence of each other. That's the most valuable thing. And then she turned around and repeated it to me the next time we went. She's like, Daddy, you know what's the most important thing? I was like, what? It was funny because I wasn't even thinking about it. And she's like, that we're together. I was like, that's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. And I hope she understands. Like, I hope she thinks about that in other situations. Like, that is the most important. And we really should know that. That it has really nothing to do. We could be dirt bucket poor. As long as we have each other, like, that is what it is. I remember watching He Manifest. He was DJing. And, like, I already know. I can see in that brother that's my dude. Like, I can tell from his mannerisms to the way I just already know that. And, like, it's like, yo, he's the shit to me, without a doubt. But it's the value of him. That's the value. It's knowing that there's a person out there like that. That's got that soul. That's got that light coming off of them. No matter how, I mean, and that's another thing we got to understand. Light is always coming off. It just matters how much you're vibrating, that it's actually going to show to the majority. And I'm not even necessarily so sure how much you truly want to do all that. But the unhelped light doesn't matter, because once that light is on you, you're protected anyway. You've entered the realm. You've gotten, you realize that you're a spirit. It's like there's one thing to say it, another thing to believe it, and there's another thing to be absolutely sure of it. And I'd say those are 3 different stages to be, that you want to get to that point when nobody could tell you nothing. Like, they're like, yo, you're a human being. No, I'm a spirit being. I'm using this flesh. I'm not this. I'm not this. This is skin. Everybody has this. I'm not this. I'm unique. How about that? It's not just all this because there's somebody who looks like this somewhere else. Trust. We all got twins out this piece. It doesn't get that much different. Sure, a mole here and there or whatever, but it's there. I'm sure you run into a lot of people, or you go to a different part of the world, and you're like, "Yo, I know somebody just like you." And then what's crazy is when they have the same mannerisms and everything. Like they literally seem like the same person in a different place. It is wild, but that's because that is not. It's the intention in here of this soul. What I'm trying to do to use this, what I'm trying to do with this, that force within, that's what's important. That's the value. It's not this. This is it's I don't know what to call it, a mask or what, but it's not the inner essence of you, and it's not the inner essence of anybody else. I mean, just you could just see it. I mean, what you perceive, that could be a very beautiful woman outside, and you're hoping that it matches inside, and it totally doesn't. Totally doesn't. She has the intention within her is nothing that's beautiful. It's more of actually even taking advantage of the flesh. How about that? Woo! Here we go. So we go back to the boy. We go back to the boy. Hey, we go back to the boy. I have to do that every time we write that down. All right. Now see. Here's what's crazy, because as I was writing this, I was thinking about this. Taking advantage of the flesh. We got sit. Taking advantage of the flesh is about as equally wrong as letting the flesh take advantage of you. Because you could do either or. And that's what's crazy. That's where, oh wow, that's like the spectrum of both sides, or there's like, okay, again, there's three. There's taking advantage of the flesh on one side, which makes you an ugly person, technically. And there's letting the flesh take advantage of you, which can make you an ugly person structurally, or you start taking control of the flesh and become beautiful in and out. And most people aren't choosing that one. They're doing one or the other. It's either they're like, yo, I'm gonna use what I got to get wherever I need to go because it's mine for right now. So let me take advantage of this, use my assets, pun intended, get where I need to go. Or self-esteem is all the way down, or I'm not taking any responsibility in myself to make sure that I'm all right, or I follow every craving this thing wants. And that's what you got to understand. That's where it comes from. It comes from this thing is a craver. That's what it is. It wants things. It's here. This is what it does. This is what these do. It touches shit. It grabs stuff. It tastes things. It smells things itself. You got your own senses. It's got its senses. And wow, that's crazy. So then can't you see the occupation of this? It's got its own. You got your own. A whole nother set. So really, that's what's crazy. This isn't even doing it. This is what... It's getting its own sensations. And you can recognize that because you're occupying it. So it's smelling something, it's getting stimulated, and then it wants it. And then you make the decision, I want it too. Or I don't want it to. But most of the time people will follow this because they believe they're it. That's what I'm saying. So then if you can get your mind focused off the fact that you're not it and that it's trying to do what it wants to do, you have to literally parent your own flesh. How about that? Whoa. You have to parent your own flesh. You see my handwriting is getting worse? And I'm not saying nothing new. I'm not saying nothing new. None of this is new. This is not... I mean, this is just... This is the knowledge. City. This is the knowledge that people know, and I'm just obviously doing this because I always thinking about my daughter, so I equated to that. Is the fact of, well, your daughter or your son or your child essentially does something wrong or wants to do something wrong, you correct them, hopefully, in time before they ever do it. Hopefully they express the thought to you first. Like they tell you, I'm going to go over here and turn the TV off. You're like, no, you're not. And they're like, okay. Like, okay, oh yeah. All right, no doubt. Okay. So is kind of like that. It's you that hopefully, and this is what I'm saying. This is where this is the skill that needs to come in, that needs to take place. Is you got to be faster than what you're perceiving to be your own thoughts, which could be coming from this thing. And you, if you're on automatic, if you're normally automatic, you just do it on some, I want a beer, boom. Or I want some bacon. Next thing you know, you went through the whole process. And even time gone. Don't even know what happened. And you eating it. It's being done. But if you can get ahead of that thought and be like, the second you're like, I want some bacon. No, you don't. Okay. Your body really has no choice but to listen to you. That's the crazy shit. Or it's not the crazy shit because you're supposed to be in control of it. But those thoughts can override. Like everybody knows, and it's not crazy to sit there and talk to yourself and try to rationalize or build about what it is that the thought just made happen. I mean, literally, it could be like, I want to do something simple. Soda. Okay, soda. I want some soda. No, you don't want no soda. Soda, you know soda ain't good for you. Soda's terrible, especially Coca-Cola. You seen the videos. You know what it does. Yeah, that's right. 2 seconds later. Yeah, but nigga, you been drinking Coca-Cola all your life. Yeah, fuck that. Go get some Coca-Cola. You on your way? Oh no, hell no, no. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Why not? I mean, why not? It's just one more time. What's wrong with one more time? Just have a sip. Just do a sip. Shit. You start making up all types of crazy shit on your way to do, and finally, like, you could even put it more off to the future. In the future, I'll get it right. This will be the last bottle. This is the last. I can't just let this bottle go to waste. I paid for it. It's valuable. Yeah, there's that value system right there. And also, or you can get ahead of that and be like, nope. And as a matter of fact, let me go grab this shit, throw it out now, because I know the longer it's sitting in that damn fridge, odds 10 to 1 I'm gonna go for it at some point in time, or the thought is gonna catch me. And that's another thing that you got to realize. You won't, or should I say, where I'm at in my process, which is none of your business, but just like where you're at in your process is none of my business as well. Don't let me get it wrong. But I will share this. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on being faster than the flesh. That's the point. If you can get faster than the flesh, the gates will open. And like really, like really, whether you believe it, well, you kind of gotta have some, or you gotta have that faith in it, in a sense. But for those that are obviously, especially if you made it this long in the video, you gotta be on something type like this wavelength. That is the key, getting ahead. And then when you get ahead, essentially everything that starts coming at you, then you can give a divine performance in return. So whatever comes at you, your time is moving slower for you. Yet you're still moving as fast as you move. And see, this is where it's wild. I wish I had one of my brothers here. They could break it down to you of the speed of thought and whatnot, and how fast that really travels, and all of that. So to somewhat understand that in your mind, to know that you can move 1,000 times faster than what is happening in actual physical reality, your reactions to everything can be different. But you want in doing so, you're going to want it to be matched around you. Also, let's not get that twisted either, because then you're going to start seeing something wrong with others that are around you, in a sense. And it's not that it's something wrong, they're just on a different level. They're not at your level, and you can't expect them to be at your level, but it is going to bother you in a sense. And that's where T says, like, that's why you take the time to go away. You have to get away for a certain period of time to rejuvenate to yourself, especially if you exert giving off so much energy to other people. If you're in people's lives, or a lot of people are around you, and you are the one that they're looking at in order to help solve and go through and help them with their problems and whatnot, you're going to need to replenish. There's only but so much of that you can take before either it wears you down to the point where you're like, fuck it, I can't beat them, I'm going to join them because they're not coming my way. So it would just be easier for me if I went their way. And then what's crazy is that if you ever choose that, to then go their way, boy, you become the biggest disappointment to them in their life. That's the holding you up to the higher standard that they would never, ever even try or attempt. But trust me, you come down, they are going to then stomp you down the second you hit the ground. Like, shame on you. Look at you. Trust me, it's brutal. All right, let's see. This is a no-brainer. Put God first in your life. Throughout the day, make an effort to raise your heart and mind to the acts of God. Act like your God would act. Speak like your God would speak. Love like your God would love. God is not a name, it is a nature. Acknowledge the nature that has governed and guided your life. Okay, so bam, so that's what it is. Okay, yeah, okay, so let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. When I was speaking about like my cousin Virginia, her nature is already God. That's what it is. Is that your nature inside must be this in order for it to actually work and activate. And that stretches across the board of all religions. Every last one of them. It's the nature of the individual. It's not the religion itself. It's their nature. And so that at any point in time that they decide to activate toward any type of spiritual practice, they can activate it. And you better believe that they can activate it, because it is their nature to be like that. And by those that follow their nature are successful in it. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on. And yes, my God does curse. He's cooler than a motherfucker. Oh, shit. All right. So those that follow their nature are successful. And that goes for those that are evil inside, or do evil things, do mean things. If they do mean things and continue those mean things, odds 10 to 1 they will be successful at that mean thing. And the real reason why I put this here is because it made me think about where the teacher refers to, if you're a criminal and you decide to do something else, you're going to fail. If your nature is criminal activity, do criminal activity, because that's where your success is going to lie. People don't understand this. And it's the way our society is built up. The whole you can be whatever you want to be and whatnot, when people should really just be themselves. And being yourself is the nature within you. Be that. Accept that. Be down with that. If that, and where Teach talks about in the gospel, cats are attracted to cat reality. Dogs are attracted to dog reality. Because it's their nature. So they're attracted to that reality. So anybody fighting their nature is fighting against the reality that's right for them. And that's controversial. Clearly. Because then that's saying, I don't even want to say all that, but you can put that to your own mind, build within yourself to know. I think you understand where I was going with that. But essentially, you need to follow your nature in order to be successful. So if the nature within you, if you believe that that is God, and you haven't been following that nature, and things are hard for you, understand that's why. That's why you won't be successful at anything else. That's what that means. This is why, excuse me. That's why the gospel talks about, shoot, I lost my train of thought because I started thinking about this full throttle. Oh, bug it. Okay, well, anyways, I'm trying to get it back. Those that follow their nature are successful. But you won't be successful. Come on, son. See? Thoughts travel fast. They go in, they go out. Quick. They're like, zoom. Trust your boy. Shoot. Oh, okay. Where the gospel talks about you having issues being successful at other things that or just doing things in the world does not work for you. Getting the regular job don't work for you. Everything, the regular relationship don't work for you. Everything, nothing seems to work for you. Why? Because you're not following your nature. There's a nature you're not tapping into, especially if you are unaware. If you're unaware that is your nature, and you just find yourself a good-hearted person, and you're doing this, or if this ends up becoming your habit, and so you're really a great person, you'll be living half and half. Only some of life is going to be good. Only some of life is going to be bad. You don't want that. You don't want to be teeter-tottering. Everybody thinks that's the way it's supposed to be. Not necessarily. You're supposed to have continuous. What did it say? Hold on. Continuous, yes. Okay. In harmony with the will of God in their lives, continuously. Let me back up. Therefore, attuned hip-hoppers align their performances to God's performance, remaining protected, prosperous, and at peace, in harmony with the will of God in their lives continuously. Continuously. That's the way it's supposed to be. The world isn't going to stop, no. No, there's still going to be there are other things that very likely will be happening all around you that essentially you can't, there's nothing that you can do to stop it. All you can do is handle it when it gets to you. Understand that. Let's see where we at. Oh, we getting down. All right, y'all. Well, it's been. Oh, actually, let me close it out with a little bit. Yeah, because I was gonna read two more. So let's go there and then we'll close it out. We only do this 2 hours a week, y'all. It ain't that long. See that? I wonder if y'all can hear that. Either way, I call it that's the spirit right there in my heater. And it goes off every time. Well, it goes off all day at certain times during the day, but that's what I call it. But it's hot when it happens. While it's here, it just throws out a tone into the atmosphere. Shit is dope. All right. But okay, yeah. I'll just read. All right, we'll do the 5 right here, and then we'll call it a night. All right. Put God first in your life. Throughout the day, make an effort to raise your heart and mind to the acts of God. Act like your God would act. Speak like your God would speak. Love like your God would love. God is not a name, it is a nature. Acknowledge the nature that has governed and guided your life. Be God's will on earth. Be the love. Align your spirit through visualization to the totality of your God. Act out your highest comprehended good. Act and speak on behalf of your God, the love. Develop the ability to care unconditionally for yourself and others. Be the actual personality of your God in the lives of others. Answer the prayers of those in need. Do God's work in the world. Act out the personality of your God and live in the character of your wiser self. Express the love of your God and see your God's finished work in everything and everyone. The most important training you can do for yourself in life is to practice living in the presence and personality of your God, the love that is a true friend to all in its presence. Such a practice leads to peace and strength. Practice thinking through the mind of your God. Perceive in God. Openly perform the personality of your God everywhere and anywhere you are. And do not be ashamed or become discouraged by your own uniqueness. God is your nature. Perform your God in God. Direct yourself, teach yourself, govern yourself. Heal yourself, guide yourself, and most of all, love yourself. God, the totality and unified consciousness of all existence, the all, is one event. Ultimately, there is no other God, power, but God. Without name, without form, everywhere and nowhere, God is God. As an attuned hip-hopper, God is the nature that sustains you.
It's all in they show. They some biters we know. Yeah, it's all in they flow. Yeah, it's all in they show. They some biters we know. It's all in they flow. Yeah, it's all in they show. They some biters. We know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters. 1, 2. Everybody knows KRS-One, he is a writer. Original lyrics and routines, nobody ain't no biter. Rhyme reciter, I get seduced because I'm tighter. Graffiti writer, but now I'm talking about these biters. What's a biter? A biter's unoriginal, a biter's predictable, skills minimal. Yo, these dudes are pitiful, they concerts are whack, I don't even try to go to them. They open their mouths and I hear the radio all over them. Remember in them early days when we was coming up, you had to be original, yup, with your lyric and your cut. Every day and every night you had to practice and come up with the dopest rhymes to make a crowd of people say blah blah. Everybody had their own style, ran their own lane. Everybody had a profile, ran their own game. Every DJ had his own style, broke his own name. Now it's lame, everything rap was against, it became. We know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters. 1, 2. Listen to they lyrics and they style, you know they biters. They listening to the radio, then they claim they writers, but it does get deeper. All the wheeling and dealing, when it's a society we live in is all about stealing. And these ignorant rappers, they bring creativity down. No one's using their mind, they just scrounging around. So a fighter is an unoriginal style stealer. They see you drink tequila, so they wanna drink tequila. You say mommy or poppy, they say mommy or poppy. They really have no original ideas, they just copy. And people walking around hollow like that. If death was the new thing, they would follow the pack. They not led by the inner, they led by the outer. So they led every hour by anybody with power. Be original, be authentic, be you. But every MC checks the mic with a 1, 2. We know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, yeah, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters, we know, it's all in they flow, yeah, it's all in they show. Hey, some biters.
Word up, word up, word up. I'd like to thank everybody tonight for tuning in. Peace and much love. Love y'all. Straight up and down, you already know we're going to be here next week, Sunday night. Same bat time, same bat channel. 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Western. That's how it goes down. Peace and much love. Hope everybody a wonderful success in completing the Divine Performance. 7 more days. We'll be right back on it. So I wish you the best of luck from me to you, from my heart to yours. Peace and much love. You already know.